It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years, and our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And here we go from New Orleans. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And his drive will start inside the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Shaheed coming in motion left. Carr gonna open with a pass here. He's taking a shot on his first play. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Malik Robertson takes it away. And the Lions get it back after the turnover at the 29. And they hurt his partner.
National Football League brings Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from Ford Field. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Lions call their first time out. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. Room to run right away. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. From the gun, here is Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On the ground, it's Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if this opening drive is any indication of how the rest of this game's going to go, it seems this offense is going to be pretty content keeping the ball on the ground. A lot of success here early. Now it sets up 1st and goal.
Making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone. Touchback. 30-yard line. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Once again, it's Gibbs. He's inside the 40. Jahmyr Gibbs. And he will dive into the end zone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And is downfield to the tight end Pitts. That's a pickup of 33. The defense bewildered. A rough start to this drive.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And that is going nowhere fast. Disastrous play. A big loss. They're going to go play action with Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On 3rd down, Penix. Here's Coop for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 14-6 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. That one taken in by St. Brown.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. Open man downfield, that's London. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 21. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. Here's Penix. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Penix gonna throw again. That is caught. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. Rookie from Washington on target with that one. It is a 1st down. They'll run it here with Algier. And he will dive into the end zone. Tyler Algier. Touchdown Atlanta. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons extend it to a 21-6 advantage. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. 1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line, maybe a little winded after that long touchdown run. In any event, the try for two fails. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, it's Penix. Open man down the field, Mooney. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. DeAndre Alford in on the stop. Here's second and 6. Goff gives it to Gibbs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Here's third and 7. Throwing here is Goff. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll manage only a couple. Out from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play. Second down and 8. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. He's inside the 30. And he will score again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will cut it to a 2-point lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. That's Carlton Davis bringing it into that one. 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Robinson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile?
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick 6 changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Penix. That's caught. Ray McLeod. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Open man, he's got it. It's London. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Again, it's Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw again, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the give, it's Robinson. And he's got it, 1st down. A pickup of 4. London brought in motion. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down. What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run with Robinson to the 5-yard line. Second down, goal to go. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Another one from the 5, second down and goal. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Derek Barnes. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, here's Gibbs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from Ford Field. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. He's got it! And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score! 79 yards! Touchdown, Baltimore! You talk about a way to get this one started, Greg. Come on the road, go downfield deep, and put 6 on the board.
You can tell, Mike, this offensive coordinator, he wanted to come out aggressive in this one. Finds himself on the road. What does he do on the first snap? Deep shot, touchdown, strike first.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And no chance to return this one through the end zone. First carry for David Montgomery. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Goff. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. 3rd down coming up. Throwing, Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. 18 yards on the connection. First down, Detroit.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
That's taken in. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. The Lions called their first timeout. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So after 1, it's the Ravens out front. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. They'll run it on first down with Henry. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Big lineman Aleem McNeil ends the play there. 2nd down, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Reynolds now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. The risk pays off to the tune of 16 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. That's a gain of 18 yards.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily...
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Going up top and looking for Andrews. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. In motion comes Andrews. Play action now. Jackson. He's going to try it here again. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. On 2nd down, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
From the gun, it's Goff. That's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big time ball.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A 1st down throw for Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. From the gun, Jackson. To the goal line and in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Ravens are in front. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This will be returned from the 6. Great coverage there by the kick team. He's down inside the 10-yard line. He'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to give ground and lose yardage here. Back to the 6. Throwing on second down. Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Goff. Working free downfield, it is Williams. A gain there of 27 yards.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. To throw is Goff. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run with Gibbs. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Lions get back in it. It is 21-7. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. Oh, a loose football. The Lions have got it. When the ball comes out and the scramble for it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here, backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And he'll get this up close to a first down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Throwing here is Goff. And he will score. Game on. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions have cut the deficit to 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. He'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Here's Jackson. Off he goes.
Just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the mark.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. He could not get himself turned upfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Henry. Strong. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Going to go right back to Henry. And a good, hard run. He would not be denied. Surging forward to pick up 8. They'll go again here with Henry. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30. They'll drop to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. So out comes a guy who's been here before. Big spot for Justin Tucker. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. The Lions called their first timeout. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. Whoa, that's powerful running. Lowers the shoulder and picks up 4. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackle for the loss of a yard. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. This is 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone. We are 20 minutes south of downtown Buffalo. It is Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. Ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Buffalo. And this one is field. Zone will not be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's a quick throw over to Samuel. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
To throw again, it's Allen. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. One more time going up top with Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire. And the Texans are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he gets this up to the 28-yard line. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Has an opening, past the 40. And he'll be taken down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
We try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on downs.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
Allen working from the pistol. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
This is a situation where you just have to be a little bit more decisive with the ball in your hand. I mean, at some point, it's got to come out. You cannot continue to stress your protection over time like he did here. And to take that hit after that amount of time, that falls completely on the shoulders of the corner.
Big time play there for Buffalo. It's a gain of 43 yards. Here's Cook. A dive, and he's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Bills.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Stroud going to set up the throw. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his man. It's Diggs. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first time out here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops.
And he's in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans will level things out at 7 apiece. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Allen. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. First and 10. Begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A second down throw for Stroud. Diggs on the reception. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and it'll lead to a second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The big man, Ed Oliver, in for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in the second half. About to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On first down, it's Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Rasul Douglas.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep the score right where it is. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Stroud. Trying Behind the right side, taken in by Collins. Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw is Stroud. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And that is going to do it for this 3rd. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Stroud to throw. That's taken in. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. They'll go play action here with Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. That's a nice run, taking it up past the 30-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Once again, it's Cook. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3.
At the 39-yard line.
Play action. It's Allen. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Big time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal. Back to throw, Stroud. This one caught at the floor. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now, 2nd and goal. They look to run with Mixon. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find an opening, but too good in the middle from the defense. They stop this up, and now it is 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Now or never, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up.
What a stand there. 4th and goal, game on the line. It looks like this offense is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
Up the sideline to the 15. Solid running there. He takes this up near the 35.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the Bills. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo. Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Raiders. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The Lions called their first timeout. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, here's a run by Henry. And he'll be taken down right at the 35-yard line. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. This one incomplete. The defense. There. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
From the 35, it's first and 10. First carry for David Montgomery. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
A second down throw for Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
That's the way to get started. A pick up to 17 and a very quick first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On the option, they give it to Henry. And he'll work his way down to about the 41. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. It's Hutch, Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. Third and long for Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That's quickly out to Williams. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. Pass pulled in by Henry. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to keep it himself.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a first down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground.
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Jackson now on second down. He'll get this out to his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson on 3rd and 2. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Raven first down. Here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the Lions' 20-yard line.
Jackson up top again. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage. But that's it. It'll be third down.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive line and like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
3rd and short, Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now he'll run it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Lions have got it. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage. And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. Now he'll run. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
At their 48-yard line.
Now Jackson. And off the deflection. It is taken in. Just the lone touchdown in that first half of action. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up.
Justin Tucker to kick off the Baltimore.
Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Goff to throw on 1st down. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Goff. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
This is the stop they talked about. This is how they wanted to start this second half and try to get back some of this momentum they lost in the first. Now, can their offense capitalize and take advantage with this possession?
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Goff. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Here is Goff. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
The kicker on for the
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And
you see it?
Again, it's Jackson. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Baltimore.
That's good.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Play action now. Jackson. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens are on the board. It's now 14-7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
This is 1st and 10.
It's not.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Off he goes.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Now, a big 3rd down. Bateman is the motion man. On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Raven 1st down. Jackson now. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
This throw right is taken in by Flowers. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. Goff to throw. This one caught by Patrick. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. And they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the fourth. This offense still has the one timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's out of bounds in great shape down at the 15-yard line. That one good for 29. So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This a potential game winner. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This one he's gotta have.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here is 1st and 10.
No, we changed it. Hey, report.
To throw is Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And this is going to be a touchdown. What a finish. They win it on the final play. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore. Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go, here in Baltimore. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. They'll go again here with Henry. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack. Hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
A first down throw for Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the give, here's Henry. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30. Jackson looking to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down. Going to go right back to Henry. on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
That's caught Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's third and 7. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to be fourth down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench in.
And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs. This is Henry. Remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Here's second and 2. On the handoff, it's Henry. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Here's a third down and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it's going to bring up fourth down. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Ravens will extend to a 10-0 lead. So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for first down. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Down the field, he's got Aguilar. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. Henry tries to pull his way in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you have any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. And this is no good. He misses the extra point. But here come the flags. This will likely be a roughing call. Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here's Gainwell to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from Ford Field. And this will not be returned. It's an opening touchback. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And he's going to bring this one back. Now, less than a minute into the game, it's a pick six and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Mims sent in motion here. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Mims sent in motion here. This throw left side, taken in by the rookie wide receiver. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 36 yards. Mims sent in motion here. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. Second down, Nix. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Here's a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That is caught. And he's in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Denver. Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Broncos will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Reynolds now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll work this forward to the 35. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Here's 3rd and 2. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And this will be a Lions first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? This 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
To the outside, that's St. Brown.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
First carry for David Montgomery. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they can...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones. And the Broncos are going to get the football at their own 23.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermine before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. First down throw there is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw is Nix.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Mims set in motion here.
Third and short, you think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Got it into the hands of Mims. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down. So, 1 touchdown apiece for our 2 teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
We go, 76, 76. Four down.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6, out to the 26-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Gibbs. And this will be a Lions first down. He gets it up past the 30 to the 32. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down. On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. One more time for Montgomery. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big game, and he picks up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. That one on target. So Williams, he's got it. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Lions first down. So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They hand it to Gibbs, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Gibbs. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Mims sent in motion here. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Another try, second and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got the tight end, Adam Troutman. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. On the ground, Williams. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Here comes second down. Williams. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Reynolds now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. The Lions call their first timeout, and they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. On second down, Goff. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They come up for 2nd and 2. Now Goff. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's 1st down. Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. Could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That pickup good for 29 yards.
First and 10 on the 41-yard line.
Our run here with Gibbs. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. The offense is out there, 4th and inches. They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. A run up the gut with Montgomery. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Goff to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
This one intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football at their own 23.
So as this game's gone on, Mike, this secondary is just continuing to learn, continuing to remember all the different looks this offense has thrown at them. And now it all pays off. Start of overtime, they see one that they recognize and they jump it. And now they set up their team with a chance to win it here in overtime.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Third and long. Mims sent in motion here. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Knicks now on first and 10. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
All right, Mike, so think about the spot this defense found themselves in. They know they've got to come up with a stop or a big play somewhere or this game's over. And what do? They go out and get a huge turnover to give their offense the ball and a shot to win this game.
On first and 10, here's Goff. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
So there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he left just enough to keep the chains moving. Here's Goff. He connects with St. Brown.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down. So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This one to win it in overtime. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. He got it. So it's a win here for the Lions. They knew a field goal would do it, and a pressure kick from distance was right on the money. They come away with the victory here in overtime. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit. Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Well, kicker Tyler Bass has us ready to start, and off we go from Ford Field. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions called their first time out.